and welcome. I'm your host Aditi Singh and you're watching My India. Amid rising global tensions from Iran, Israel to Russia, Ukraine, India's diplomacy took center stage. Prime Minister Modi's landmark five-nation tour across Africa, the Caribbean and South America showcased New Delhi's growing global footprint. From a powerful pitch at the BRICS Summit in Brazil to a decisive presence at the Quad Summit in Washington, India emerged as a key player in conflict resolution, climate action and global trade.
As global power dynamics shift, India is stepping up as a voice for the global South, championing a more fair, more inclusive world order. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's historic five-nation tour, spanning Ghana, Trinidad and Tobago, Argentina, Brazil, and Namibia, underscored India's growing diplomatic clout. In Ghana, he addressed the national parliament, calling for credible reforms in global governance and spotlighting today's most pressing challenges.
The world order created after the Second World War is changing fast. The revolution in technology, the rise of the global South, and shifting demographics are contributing to its pace and scale. The world is also facing new and complex crises such as climate change, pandemics, terrorism, and cybersecurity. The changing circumstances demand credible and effective reforms.
At the heart of Prime Minister Modi's tour was his impactful participation in the 17th BRICS Leaders Summit in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. His presence reaffirmed India's pivotal role within BRICS and its rising influence in reshaping global governance. With a strong push for inclusive and representative reforms, India continues to amplify the voice of the developing world on the global stage. India's deepening ties with Brazil, the host nation, further echoed this vision. The growing momentum in bilateral exchanges lays the groundwork for a robust, long-term strategic partnership.
Because BRICS in some sense, represent global South countries, a multipolarity in its strongest terms, because there is a diversity in the BRICS countries. So this was one of the ideas. Now, what are they looking for? Countries are looking for alternatives. Interoperability payment is a faster mechanism in terms of being able to do cross-border trading. And this is a low-cost solution. India has been successfully implemented it.
In less than 2 years, we had 72 missions business missions from Brazil to India, and I think 40 plus from India to Brazil, and all focusing on trade, investment, and technology. So the critical mass to boost the relation is there, and there is the political will also to keep that relation moving to another stage, another level.
Prime Minister Modi's tour concluded on a high note, cementing India's rising stature on the world stage and its steadfast commitment to building a more inclusive, just, and balanced global order.
While Prime Minister Modi's multilateral outreach fortified India's bonds across the global South, diplomacy was in full swing on another key front. In Washington, D.C., External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar represented India at the 10th Quad Foreign Ministers meeting, reaffirming New Delhi's unwavering commitment to a free, open and secure Indo-Pacific and highlighting India's strategic depth on the global stage.
In a world of shifting alliances and rising regional stakes, the 10th Quad Foreign Ministers meeting in Washington, D.C. saw India take a bold stand for a free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar outlined India's strategic priorities, from maritime security and economic development to critical mineral cooperation, as the country prepares to host the next Quad Leaders Summit. The meeting, the first since Operation Sindoor, also saw a unified condemnation of the April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack. Dr. Jaishankar firmly asserted India's right to protect its citizens and called for a global zero-tolerance policy on terrorism.
A word about terrorism in the light of our recent experience. The world must display zero tolerance. Victims and perpetrators must never be equated, and India has every right to defend its people against terrorism, and we will exercise that right. We expect our Quad partners to understand and appreciate that.
On the sidelines of the Quad meeting, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held crucial bilateral talks with his counterparts from the US, Australia, and Japan. These discussions deepened strategic cooperation and underscored a strong convergence on Indo-Pacific priorities and shared global challenges. As India takes center stage, bridging continents, fortifying multilateral alliances, and deepening strategic cooperation, its diplomacy reflects not just ambition, but a profound sense of global responsibility. From BRICS to the Quad, the message is clear and consistent. India is shaping the future of international engagement with vision, partnership, and unwavering resolve.
India marks a stellar milestone as Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla becomes the first Indian to reach the International Space Station, serving as mission pilot on Axiom Mission 4. Now, his achievement marks a bold leap into a new space era, energizing ISRO's Gaganyaan ambitions and highlighting India's rising global stature, scientific strength, and expanding private sector role in space exploration.
5, 4, 3, 2.
जब हम लॉन्च कर रहे थे तो मेरे स्पेस सूट पे तिरंगा मेरे शोल्डर्स पे था, जो मुझे कहीं ना कहीं ये याद दिला रहा था कि मैं अकेले ये जर्नी नहीं अंडरटेक कर रहा हूँ, बल्कि आप सब मेरे साथ हैं और इस जर्नी का एक हिस्सा हैं।
A powerful message from space. Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla aboard Axiom Mission 4 marks a historic leap for India. As the first Indian to reach the International Space Station, Shukla's role as mission pilot reignites the legacy of Rakesh Sharma, India's first man in space in 1984, and signals the nation's triumphant return to human spaceflight. Launched aboard SpaceX's Crew Dragon from NASA's Kennedy Space Center, the mission carried 4 astronauts and the aspirations of 1.4 billion Indians. With the successful docking at the ISS, India has scripted a bold new chapter in its space journey. Shukla is part of a 14-day multinational mission, joined by astronauts from the US, Poland, and Hungary, conducting 60 experiments representing 31 nations. In an emotional video call from orbit, Shukla told Prime Minister Narendra Modi, "We're traveling at 17,400 miles per hour, symbolic of the pace at which India is advancing today." In a heartfelt interaction with Prime Minister Narendra Modi from aboard Axiom Mission 4, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla reignited India's lunar dreams, symbolizing a nation ready to take its next giant leap to the moon.
हमें मिशन गगनयान को आगे बढ़ाना है, हमें अपना खुद का स्पेस स्टेशन बनाना है और चंद्रमा पर भारतीय एस्ट्रोनॉट की लैंडिंग भी करानी है।
जी प्रधानमंत्री जी, बिल्कुल ये पूरा मिशन की ट्रेनिंग लेने के दौरान और एक्सपीरियंस करने के दौरान जो मुझे लेसन्स मिले हैं, जो मुझे सीख मिली है, वो सब एक स्पॉन्ज की तरह मैं एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा हूँ और मुझे यकीन है कि ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत वैल्यूएबल प्रूव होंगी, बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट होंगी हमारे लिए जब मैं वापस आऊँगा, और हम इन्हें इफ़ेक्टिवली अपने मिशंस में इनके लेसन्स अप्लाई कर सकेंगे और जल्दी से जल्दी उन्हें पूरा कर सकेंगे।
Shukla's mission marks India's growing influence in global space exploration. From the moon and Mars to the sun, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, has emerged as a symbol of scientific excellence, national pride, and global collaboration. What sets India apart is its ability to deliver world-class missions like Mangalyaan and Chandrayaan on remarkably low budgets, earning ISRO the title of the world's most cost-effective space agency. Meanwhile, private players are rising under initiatives like InSpace, contributing with satellites, launch vehicles, and space-based services, further fueling India's space ambitions.
Indian startups is showing very promising across the globe in the emerging trend is concerned, and the space is also one such thing. So that way you look at here, Indian space program is now no longer under the ceiling of ISRO alone. Already it is a private industries are shipping in, and good number of youngsters are coming. A good novel thinking is keep coming. So that way, a dynamism and as well as the wisdom of ISRO will prevail. So that way, I feel private industry, startups, academia, and supporting policymakers from government put together, Indian space program is poised to go up in a much better way.
As India sets its sights on a manned mission and its own space station, experts believe that ongoing collaborations with global partners like NASA and Roscosmos, along with Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla's landmark spaceflight, will offer invaluable experience, propelling India's space ambitions to new heights.
I would like to mention that for us it's a very important day because very soon we are going to have the Gaganyaan coming up in 2029 or 28 or so. At that time, some say 2027. At that time, he will be the only person who will be experienced, and he will obviously command the Gaganyaan mission.
Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla's historic mission is more than a personal milestone. It's a defining moment for India's space journey. With eyes on Gaganyaan and beyond, India is poised to soar higher than ever before.
In a powerful display of communal harmony, the ancient Sudha Mahadev Mela in Chanani Tehsil of Udhampur was recently celebrated with vibrant devotion, drawing thousands of devotees from all religions and walks of life. Worshippers united in prayer at the historic temple, seeking blessings of Lord Shiva and celebrating peace that transcends boundaries, highlighting the timeless values of unity, brotherhood and faith. The spiritual festive energy echoed far and wide, turning the sacred grounds into a symbol of shared humanity. Take a look.
In a historic display of harmony and peace, India's Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir recently celebrated a 3-day-long annual fair, Sudha Mahadev Mela. Held in the Chenani Tehsil of Udhampur, the event drew thousands of devotees from different corners of the region. Transcending religious divides, the festival brought together people from communities under one roof in a magnificent display of unity and brotherhood. Devotees offered prayers and sought blessings of Lord Shiva, maintaining the long-established tradition of harmony in the region.
और ये मेला हर वर्ष की तरह इस वर्ष भी बड़ी धूमधाम से मनाया जा रहा है। यहाँ पर हर धर्म के लोग हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई से बड़ी धूमधाम से एक त्योहार की तरह मनाते हैं।
During the festival, devotees gathered at the temple, performing rituals with deep devotion. The pilgrims also proceeded to the Gauri Kund for a ritual bath before offering prayers at the Abs Shambhu temple. The ancient Sudha Mahadev temple holds immense spiritual significance not just in the region but nationwide.
मैं आया हूँ उधर मेला था, उधर कंगी बेचता हूँ और बहुत बुरी काम है और ये काम करने के लिए मैं बिक्री करता हूँ। ये काम करता हूँ मैं उधमपुर में।
मैं उधमपुर से आई हूँ अपनी फैमिली के साथ और हम यहाँ पे सुध महादेव के मेला में आए हैं जो 2 दिन चलेगा। सबसे खास बात यहाँ की ये है कि यहाँ पे छोटी छोटी दुकानें लगी हुई है, अलग अलग मजहबों की लोगों ने लगाई हुई है और मौसम भी बहुत ठंडा है यहाँ पे।
With that, the Suddha Mahadev festival became a symbol of harmony and brotherhood, reflecting the core message of India's unity in diversity.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
A rare juvenile Ceratosaurus skeleton, the first and only young example of the late Jurassic carnivore ever found, will lead Sotheby's Natural History Sale in New York. The specimen was unearthed in 1996 at the Bone Cabin Quarry in Wyoming and had previously been exhibited in unmounted form at the Museum of Ancient Life in Utah. It is the second most complete Ceratosaurus ever discovered after the original holotype at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. The extinction of the dinosaurs had long puzzled scientists, with various hypotheses offered from the plausible to the ridiculous. Some even proposed that the shrew-sized mammals of the time ate up the dinosaur eggs. Sotheby's launched its annual Geek Week auction series running from July 2 to 17, featuring items from space, science and natural history. The highlight of this year's sale is the juvenile Ceratosaurus skeleton. Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice has been adapted on stage, film and TV for decades. Now, in the run-up to this week's London Pride, Pride and Prejudice puts a queer, positive and meta-comedy spin on the Austen classic romance novel. The play originated in Australia and has been playing at London's The Waltz Theatre since March. With crude, booze-heavy humor and 5 actors playing 20 characters, Pride and Prejudice parodies the elitism and gender norms of London's Regency era. The performance plays out as a party with actors directly addressing the audience in an open stage area. There's also a lot of gender swapping involved, with Mr. Darcy actor Tim Walker doubling in for 3 Bennet sisters, Mary, Kitty and Lydia. Throughout the play, Walker performs as the sisters behind a wooden cutout of the trio. With 2025 marking the 250th birth anniversary of Jane Austen, the show's producer Leela Sykes feels that the author would have loved Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice will continue its UK run until August.
India's Vision 2047 of becoming a developed nation is steadily transforming into reality, powered by a wave of homegrown innovation from advanced semiconductor chips and electric vehicles to breakthroughs in space technology. Startups from small towns are making a global mark, while e-waste is being repurposed into valuable resources. With sustainability, self-reliance and bold ambition at its core, India is not just chasing the future, it is shaping it on its own terms.
As India marches toward its 2047 centenary, the Atmanirbharbharat, or Self-Reliant India movement, is quietly fueling a revolution in entrepreneurship and domestic manufacturing. Driven by Make in India, the country is rapidly emerging as a global innovation hub, from semiconductors and space tech to EVs and electronics. India's semiconductor exports are projected to hit $80 billion USD by 2030, targeting 10% of global output. Exports of electronics and defense gear are also soaring, with mobile phones, laptops, and medical tech alone estimated at $30 billion USD.
One of the main thing is microprocessors actually, chip development. And today we heavily depend on foreign countries actually. This is not a short-term process. It takes maybe 5 years or 5 to 10 years down the line to produce this internally, indigenously. And associated with the processor, there are many other things like underwater electronics or aerospace, strategic development. Many things are coming up. So gradually we are trying to achieve a level where everything is made in India, produced internally.
This spirit of self-reliance is propelling India's high-tech ambitions, empowering innovative startups from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities to rise to global standards. Fueled by transformative initiatives like Startup India and PM Mudra Yojana, the nation now boasts over 1.57 lakh startups, making it the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. Alongside this entrepreneurial surge, India's manufacturing sector is on a strong growth trajectory, projected to reach $1 trillion USD by 2025 to 2026, driving the nation closer to its vision of a self-reliant, future-ready economy.
There are like a diverse range of schemes that government is time to time they are announcing it, and also they are like different sectors. So for example, in graphene sectors, India Innovation Center for Graphene, under that government is giving a boost to the startup companies, the SMEs, where through like grant challenges, then the research grants, so different level of the technologies. For example, if you are already at the TRL level 4 to 7, then government is having the special call for boosting them to the product realization.
India's Vision 2047 is gaining momentum through dynamic public-private partnerships that are fueling innovation, infrastructure, and investment across key sectors. These collaborations are unlocking new frontiers in manufacturing, technology, and sustainability, driving the nation closer to its goal of becoming a developed, self-reliant economy. This spirit was vividly showcased at Tech First 2025 in New Delhi, a premier technology event focused on emerging innovations and their role in accelerating India's digital and strategic progress. Breakthrough solutions in e-waste recycling, green technology, and rare earth recovery took center stage, infusing new energy into the Make in India movement and reaffirming the nation's commitment to sustainability and technological leadership.
We are not self-sustainable in terms of materials, so recycling is the viable option, and this is the only, because we are over 1 billion users. So when we are over 1 billion users, we produce e-waste, so that itself is a resource. So that's how we are trying to give a solution to the society, that how to extract the values from the sources.
As India strides toward its Vision 2047, the synergy of innovation, sustainability, and self-reliance is redefining progress. With strong public-private collaboration, grassroots entrepreneurship, and a focus on circular solutions, the nation is not just building a developed economy, it's crafting a resilient, future-ready Bharat.
The Indian film industry thrives on grand productions, with film sets playing a pivotal role by providing world-class infrastructure, versatile locations, and efficient shooting facilities. Among them, Ramoji Film City in Hyderabad stands out as the world's largest studio complex, renowned for its state-of-the-art amenities, diverse sets, and comprehensive production support, making it a cornerstone of cinematic excellence.
Action, fantasy, and larger-than-life sets. Welcome to Ramoji Film City, the world's largest film studio complex, where imagination takes the spotlight. Spread over 2,000 acres in Hyderabad, the cinematic wonder has hosted over 3,500 films, from regional treasures to to Bollywood blockbusters. From bustling streets to majestic palaces, every set transforms with the director's vision.
Welcome to the world's largest film studio complex, the Ramoji Film City.
Visitors can hop on vintage buses for guided tours, where every laugh and gasp adds to the magic of the storytelling universe.
रामोजी फिल्म सिटी मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल इधर सेटअप है, पर सबसे ज़्यादा मुझे ये राजस्थान सेटअप ही लगा है। इसके साथ डांस करना मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। हाँ, मैं कहती हूँ कि एक बार तो ज़रूर इधर विजिट करना चाहिए, बहुत ही अच्छा है, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा।
Ramoji Film City dazzles with its vast array of attractions, from lifelike airports and bustling train stations to quaint replicas of European streets. Here, you can witness heroes battling villains, experience high-octane police chases, and catch actors rehearsing scenes, all under the director's watchful eye. It's a front-row seat to the magic of filmmaking. Whether you're a curious first-timer or a returning fan, the wonder never fades. Families relive iconic movie moments and step into the shoes of their favorite characters, turning every visit into a cinematic adventure to remember.
This is our second time at Hyderabad, the Ramoji Film City. My family, my brother and his family are visiting us. So we just thought to, get them here to pay a quick visit. I've always loved their atmosphere here, the ambience and the way they maintain things. I think I've come after 3 years and things are still very well maintained. What attracted us the most is probably the dance performance and the Wild West. I think it's a thrill to watch how live action takes place and the kind of efforts that the actors put in. So it's always lovely to watch that.
From thrilling live-action scenes to vibrant performances, Ramoji offers an immersive cinematic experience like no other. Its crown jewel, the iconic Bahubali set, a majestic kingdom that once ruled the silver screen. The towering gates, grand statues, and battlefield arenas that brought S.S. Rajamouli's epic to life still stands in all its glory, transporting visitors straight into the world of Mahishmati.
रामोजी फिल्म सिटी सबको आना चाहिए, एक बार तो कम से कम देखना चाहिए। बहुत अच्छा है, यहाँ पर आने से आपको पता चलेगा कि कैसे मूवीज़ बनते हैं, कैसे सेटअप बनते हैं। बहुत मेहनत भी होती है और जो है आपको स्क्रीन पे देखने में जितना मज़ा अपने को आता, यहाँ पर भी आके देखना चाहिए, वो लोग को पता चलेगा।
Ramoji Film City is more than a film studio. It's a timeless tribute to the magic of cinema. Here, dreams take shape from scripts, and visitors step into a living, breathing reel of wonder. In Ramoji, fantasy feels real and reality fades away. A place where cinema isn't just watched, it's truly experienced.
Ramoji Film City isn't just a destination, it is a celebration of cinema where every corner echoes with stories, every set sparks imagination, and every visit lets you live the magic of movies like never before. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of My India. We will see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.